I'm Janet Ross and I live in Forest Hall, and I have nominated Claude Phillips to feature in the International Women's Day event because of her huge contribution to the community this past year during the pandemic.
I'm Claude Phillips. I live in Forest Hall, so I moved here 6 years ago to buy a family house and start a family. I grew up in Africa. I lived in Zambia for 10 years. My father ran a hotel, and so we were really surrounded by a lot of poverty. My father's always been really involved in community work and setting up dinners at Christmas time in the hotels and feeding all the children of the compounds and things. So I've always been raised around that. This year during COVID, it's been a particularly difficult year, I think, for a lot of people. And I run a business, a bakery, before the official lockdown happened. A lot of our customers are very, very loyal in the Granger market. And overnight, we lost 90% of our customers. So we've got a whole team of staff to pay and a business to run. And it just, it was shocking to know that people that we couldn't reach out to. So a lot of our regular customers, we wouldn't have their number. They aren't on a database. They possibly don't use the internet. And they were just going to be gone for, we just thought a few months. And now it's been a year that these people have been disconnected from the things that they love and their patterns and their routines. So we set up a food delivery service that would deliver to the sort of the whole of the Northeast. But on a personal level, I knew I had a lot of neighbours that were self-isolating. They didn't have particularly people to check on them. So I thought it was really important that if I could maybe just bring home fresh produce, especially, in the early days when it was a 3-week wait for fresh goods. And that kind of just had a bit of a snowball effect. And there was, at one point, 200 people a week would, come and just come to the doorstep. It was just really simple. Food would be here and you could just come anytime and, the porch would be open. It's always honesty policy and just come and grab what you needed. So that kept us busy. We did lots of deliveries as well.
Because I remember noticing the queues, outside down your street on a Saturday.
Luckily, I've got some fab neighbours and nobody minded. They were all, shopping with us as well. We were able, really fortunately, to just answer really quickly. We just reached out to every available taxi driver and just said, we need drivers and we need helpers, and we got volunteers, and it was a big operation. And then I've got a really good team. The French oven are lovely. The team were helping. The staff were packing orders for my neighbours and for customers, and for, it's been a massive team effort, definitely. We're going to be up there with the top cities. I think maybe one other national market was able to set up a service. Now they've got a delivery service that most of them didn't have, and we're all doing it together. So we're going to fight against them supermarkets and really push independence.